But let's do a react to that. Scott's Barbecue. Yeah, and it's right near my house. This right here is my childhood.
I need you to cook this pig.
Lemon retention. First off, the war on drugs is a fucking scam. Again, like you guys want to talk about DKOs as a scam, the war on drugs is a fucking scam. Like that's what I'm just saying. It's just record your police interactions, take it to court. Don't be intrusive. Like even if you give the cop the ID, you can be like, look, man, I'm giving you this ID under duress. I don't feel like I committed this crime. And if you can get off with the crime or the case just drops, you can still sue the cop for civil liabilities. Like you don't have to be like that or take it to the next level, because a lot of cops don't fucking know the law. All they know is what they're taught every day and see every day, right? So like if you actually push them a little bit, like ask them about amendments or something, they don't know. They don't fucking know. They know. They know what they know the stuff they interact with every day. Graham Robinson, hey Jordy, how you doing, man? Well, yeah, they have to record the incident. If they don't record the incident, that's another thing you could bring up in court. Like you're allowed your day in court. You're allowed a Freedom of Information Act. There's a discovery period if you want to take it to a jury trial. There's ways to do it, and like the best way is not on the side of the road or while you're sitting at a car, right? No, it's not in law school, man. Like I'm by no means a lawyer. I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking about like how I don't like the auditor videos, but I understand them. It's the same reason like I don't like how there's a bunch of cops that they'll like, for example, good cops letting bad cops be bad cops. There was a video, and you guys have probably seen it, where like this, I forgot what was happening, but these cops were struggling to get this guy into a cop car, and the other guy pulls up in his cruiser, and he's a big dude, bald head, and he comes in and he starts like punching on this dude as soon as he gets to the scene. Like he literally walks up to the other guy that's trying to get this guy in the backseat of the cop car and starts hitting him and screaming at him. And then like a female cop comes and grabs him by the belt and pulls him away from the guy in the back of the cruiser. And he literally flips around on the female cop and like puts her up against the car and starts choking her. Like how did that happen, right? How did none of these other men cop like step in like, whoa, you can't do that? You know, like why are they like that? And I know it's like a brotherhood, the thin blue line and shit like that. And that's the stuff that has to go away. Logan Williams said, hey Wings, I want to say that I generally enjoy all your streams, and it makes my day when you're streaming. I get notifications. Keep up the pimp. Thank you, Logan. Thank you for the $5, homie. Like, oh, you talk about yeah, dude. It's bad, John. Like when you say, did you see 5 cops beat somebody to death? Because I've seen that so many times on YouTube. Bojangles sent the fan art to you on Reddit. Big ups, pimp. You sure you sent it to me on Reddit? Dog, some of them don't even care. Like there was this one I watched, and I'm not showing this. I could be showing these on stream, but like I don't want to show this kind of stuff. This is just hardcore violence. But there was one I watched where like this guy was like homeless and sleeping in his car, and like the cops ended up pulling him out and like beating him to. I don't think they beat him to death, but they might have beat him to death. But at the end of it all, like the cops were literally like giving each other high fives and shit like that of the good job they did. It's like really. Like, at some point, a little understanding and compassion goes a long way. Like, if you treat somebody like a person, they're more than willing to help you most of the time. Because, like, I don't understand it. Like, I literally watched these people beat people to death, 10 deep on the side of the road. But then I watched, like, there was like a chase in Compton the other day where this guy had, like, this white single cab F-150, and he had a bottle of, like, nitrous oxygen in the cab with him. And he gets stuck in, like, this little bike path, and the cops have him surrounded. They got the Bearcat out there and all this other shit. And he's, like, sits there just huffing fucking nitrous oxide for like 2 hours while the cops decide how to approach him. It's like, why don't you beat his ass like you do every other time? It's because they're on fucking national TV. You watch that video live. I watched it for a while. I got bored of it though. You ever seen the new gaming contest in the playlist right now on Steam? It's called The Finals. You can request to play. It's a really fun game. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how they eventually arrested the guy, but like they literally let the man sit there 2 hours huffing nitrous oxide. They literally went up to his car a couple times and like threw like pepper balls in there. Hey, Viscera, screw all the cops and the law nonsense. What's your favorite Deicide album? I think it's called Incineratum. Incineratum is my favorite Deicide album. I'm in the truck right now hauling 5,000 pounds golf course to Columbia, South Carolina. After delivered, I'm going to a 34-hour restart. Is there any South Carolina restaurants that serve a good brisket? Yeah, and it's right near my house. The best barbecue in South Carolina is in Hemingway, South Carolina. It's a place called Scott's Barbecue. It's run by a guy named Rose Scott. He's dead now, but his son took it over, and they cook it with oak wood. Like they go around and they actually buy oak wood off people's properties that fell, or buy oak trees off people's properties, and they cook all the pig with oak wood, and they probably the best barbecue in the country. But it's near my house. It's near Hemingway, South Carolina. It's about an hour and a half away from Columbia. Dude, thank you for the $20, and thank you, Viscera. What did Viscera ask? Incineratum's my favorite Deicide album. Dude, it is fucking fire. It's expensive though. It is expensive. Like, they don't play around. Like, because you buy, like, they don't have like a menu. You go there and you buy barbecue by the pound. So like be prepared to spend $50. But it is fire. It's fire as hell. They only accept cash too. They're old school. Like everything about the building is old school. Like, it looks like a building from like the 1940s. But like, it smells so good. They don't accept cash. They don't do debit cards. They only accept cash. They don't do debit cards or anything like that. But like, there's an ATM like at a bar right next to it. Yeah, they only do cash. I'm giving the secret away. That's some of that secret stuff, son. Let's see. Let's do a react to that. Scott's Barbecue, because I know they did a report on them. Yeah, right here. Let's watch this.
He said a pound. Then he looked up at the sign and saw the sign said Scott's Barbecue, and he was like, "Oh man, forget it." I said, "What'd you think I was trying to sell you?" And he just drove off. Big old misunderstanding, I'm assuming. I'm Rodney Scott, pitmaster of Scott's Barbecue, and we're in Hemingway, South Carolina. When I was younger, I was quite interested in what was going on with the barbecue. And I would always watch and look and watch and look. Then one day my dad told me, he was like, "Listen, I need you to cook this pig." And I was 11 years old at the time. So I had to actually keep my own wood in the barrel. I had to go scoop it up with the shovel, and I had to put the heat under the pig. And my first pig at 11 years old came out just right. In the beginning, it was a garage, and my dad decided he wanted to cook a hog one day, and a few of the customers were passing through and they tasted it. It was like, wow, this is really good. And the demand started to get more and more and more, so he added another hog and he added another. And we eventually had to convert the garage over into a pit where we're cooking maybe 5-10 hogs a night.
Nothing like a pig. Barbecue pig is what I come up on, and that's all I know.
To me, barbecue is doing a whole hog. To me, I think of it. That's barbecue.
When you say barbecue around here,
this shit's fire though. Like, me and Kelly go twice a year because we're about an hour away from Hemingway.
I'm talking the actual wood. I'm so sure that we use just wood because we go out and cut it ourselves.
My name is Jim Woods. You're in Stuckey, South Carolina. Over the weekend, we had a major storm that came through the area and knocked down my 70-year-old pecan tree. I got in touch with Rodney yesterday. They're down here today and they're cutting it up. And the only thing that Rodney will leave is probably the stump itself when he's finished up with it. It was a loss to me, but it was a benefit, hopefully, to the people that eat the barbecue at Scott's Barbecue.
My sister's father's from Dillon.
There's no delivery guy. It's just me, the chainsaw. We'd rather go get it ourselves so we know what we're working with. So every week we
this is the place I would recommend in South Carolina, Shively. Scott's Barbecue.
To put the flavor in what we do. Kind of like a chef picking out his tomatoes in the garden. I pick my own trees fresh out of the woods. Yep. There ain't no other way. After cutting the tree down, we do everything manually. So you have to pick up the wood by hand, load it into the truck, and this goes on until the truck is full. Then we bring it in, we drop it here on the yard. Next thing, we have to crank up the log splitter, split all the pieces that we got. We got a little 14 and a half horse engine. with the hydraulic cylinder connected to a hydraulic pump. This hydraulic cylinder goes down and slowly splits.
You guys get the idea.
I'm doing the whole gut now. I'm taking it apart and taking the bones out of it. Separating the bone from the meat. It's tender enough, I don't have to have a knife. You just pull it apart.
It's like visiting a national landmark, you know. They're not gonna bring it to you. You just gotta go and see what it's like. And in our case, you just gotta come out, take that drive to Hemingway and see what we're like.
I came from all the way about 45 miles from here. And I said, well, I better go. I asked my wife today, I said, you want some barbecue? She said, yeah, I was thinking about the same thing too. So I said, well, okay, well, let's ride to Hemingway then.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Well, I was up here on some business, but every time I'm here, I always stop by if it's a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, whenever they're open, and try and get some good barbecue.
I'm getting ready to go to Tampa, so my son.
Dude, Radiant Rapture, thank you for the 20.
Some barbecue, so he told me to come by and pick him up.
Thank you.
Then I got something for my daughter, living in Tampa.
Like this.
Mullen, South Carolina, and I was coming back to Charleston.
This right here is my childhood. Walking in these old country stores.
Thought about it, and so I stopped by and get myself a pound. Get my two sons a pound each.
I ordered 4 pounds of barbecue.
Now, wait, is that because it's Friday night and you're going to take it home to the family?
No, I ordered that because that's what I wanted.
Because you got any skin?
Yeah, you.
I get some skin, $2 worth of skin, and I love to eat it on my grits. Yeah, a lot of them come in there, you know, they love that skin now.
But you see the prices. Pound of barbecue, $8. Like these are old prices because I can tell you right now, like a pound of barbecue is like $12.50 right now.